To your first class. Give a round of applause. Let's do reset. All right. Now let me tell you a story. The story is actually about sailing. Now this was me, a couple years ago, my first offshore race. It was a 450-mile race all the way from San Francisco down to San Diego. Now you don't have to be a sailor to appreciate these are amazing machines. These are 60-foot boats. It takes 8 people to sail them. You are on for 4 hours and off for 4 hours. You're sort of like always going. There's no stopping. And the thing is that there's a certain amount of equipment that you put together. So all of this equipment I did not have before the event, and to get it was thousands of dollars. So I thought, this is a lot. So I went to OfferUp, and I found an entire package for $200, including the booze. I'm like, yeah, nobody's going to know. So I go to REI, and then I get this special detergent for waterproof jackets and stuff. And then I go and I wash it. And when I pull it out of the washing machine, all of the waterproof liner came out. Just messes of gauze. So the whole goal is for this to be waterproof, and maybe that's why it was only $200. So then I went to the hardware store and I got glue, and I put it inside out, and I tried to re-glue all the seams. And I thought it would work, but it didn't. I was cold, I was miserable, but it was super exciting because I'm out there in the middle of the ocean traveling down the coast. We saw probably thousands of dolphins, 17 whales breach. It almost looked like the same thing the whole time. It's just like fog, and then it's dark, and then it's light, and you're cruising. It was the best of times until it was the worst of times. And we found ourselves 107 miles off the coast of Mexico, and the wind stopped. It's called a doldrum. We didn't expect it. We didn't see it on the weather forecast. The captain was on his computer just like trying to figure out what's going on, and we waited for 1 hour. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours bobbing around with no wind, 100 miles off the coast of Mexico until the captain called it quits. Now, even if we were to have wind at that point, we would not even finish. We would be disqualified. So I was out there just enjoying myself in the bobbing, and we got home. Everybody seemed to be pissed off. I was just stoked. I completed this 450-mile race, and we lost. And why am I telling you this story? I hope that you all understand sailboats need wind to move. But as an entrepreneur, as a budding entrepreneur, or as an existing entrepreneur, you have to have ideas to start. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, how to create your own wind, how to take whatever entrepreneurship that you're going to be building and sailing, and don't be victim to what the world surrounds you with, and figure out how to make things happen. So my name is Ryan Cole. I'm a speaker, I'm an author, and the one thing from the title that did not come across, I'm a very proud ginger. Any other gingers in the house? This reminds me of my middle school. And that's exactly why I was a target, because I was the kid that everybody beat up and outlined. And I'd disappear to Kathleen every summer, and then I'd come back with more freckles, bleach blonde hair, and then be more of a target. But the reality is, whatever people make fun of you for is actually what they're jealous of. So everybody was jealous of my gingerness. But it didn't seem like that in 6th grade. It was terrible. My dad actually found me crying in the corner of my room with Bobby McFerrin's "Don't Worry, Be Happy," because I thought I could just sort of will my way out of it. And that particular day, I had locked my door. I don't know about you, but I was never allowed to lock the door of my room. So that means something's wrong. My dad kicked in the door, rushed in to see me crying, listening to "Don't Worry, Be Happy," and I thought he was going to kill me. And he's like, "You are going to karate now." And that's when my martial arts career. And that's when my martial arts career started. I'll tell you what, nothing like a good horse dance. Front kick. To give a 6th grade ginger who'd been in his ass kick confidence. You know what happened? People started to listen to me even though I wasn't saying anything. I went from this to people would walk up to me and be like, "Yeah, I'm ready." It only took a short amount of time before what I was communicating let people know that I wasn't one to mess with. And the reality is that sometimes it's not anything other than how you communicate. And if I look back, I was communicating as someone who was weak. Therefore, I was an easy target. And once I increased my communication to my body language and to what I was saying, everything changed. Flash forward, I actually became the senior class president of all the people who made fun of me in 6th grade, turned everything around just because of horse dance. Now here at UCI, for over a decade, I've run the Entrepreneur Center. Has anybody heard of the Entrepreneur Center? 3 people, awesome, 4 people. It's a place at UCI where the entrepreneurs come, and we are the anteaters, so we are the Entrepreneur Center. And it started in 2014. This was our grand opening, and you see this is basically a 1-car garage. Now we have the Banning House. It is the Entrepreneur Center. It's one of the oldest buildings on campus, and it is an amazing area. If you do want to see a slice of life, grab your phone and follow us on Instagram. This is the place where you can see what happens with college entrepreneurship. Don't be scared, Michelle. Are we on TikTok or Instagram now? We have both, but you can grab us on Instagram here. UCI Entrepreneur. You'll see what happens when you go to college and deal with entrepreneurship. Get it? There you go. Entrepreneurship is something that has all kinds of phases, and right now we are over here in the self-discovery. Today we're going to talk about idea generation, and eventually you're going to move all the way towards mastery. We focus on undergrads, and what's exciting about undergrads is that they own all of their own intellectual property. That means that anything that they build, they have the entire upside with it. But you know, I'm a sailor, and I like to think that we build ships. So what kind of ship do you think we build? We do, entrepreneurship, yes. Also, friendship. The reality is, in this program, you are going to make friends because you're going to be building things together. And when you build things together, you create all kinds of fun times. How about leadership? Leadership is what happens when you actually have to make decisions without your parents. The reality is that as you explore and you discover and you hear from all these speakers in this program, you're going to learn about leadership. Sponsorship. This is where you take your big ideas and you put them out on stage and you actually start to win some money. And you talk and you get investors. At the end of the day, if you convince somebody that your ship is worth investing in, then there's sponsorship. Ownership. My dad always said, Ryan, a clean boat is a fast boat. A clean car is a fast car. And when you actually have something that you build, that you take care of, and you have ownership of it, there's nothing more exciting because you have total control. Whether things go right or whether things go wrong. Stewardship. You know, UCI, we're big on environmentally friendly thoughts. Because if the entire world just burns up, your startup is not going to go very far. So we want you to think from the very beginning about what it means to be sustainable. And today, tomorrow, and the next. Because this is your world that you're going to get handed. Mentorship. You have all these adults back here. You have a lot of people who are coming in. They are all here because they want to support you. And mentorship comes in many forms. It could even come from a peer of yours. The reality is that we can't do this alone. And entrepreneurship is a big way to help build your relationships. A big way of doing that is through partnerships. As you start what is a small little idea, the way you can accelerate it is to find partners to help you get customers, to help you find customers, to help you keep relationships with customers. And at the end of the day, it's all a team effort. And we have 2 more. Entrepreneurship, which was guessed in the back, but 1 more ship. Who thinks they can guess it? Might have to do with where this happens at UCI. Maybe yes? No, but that's good enough. We'll still give you a piece of pizza. How's that? Here you go. Will you pass that back there? Oh, yeah. Relationship, I like that. Internship, no. Salesmanship, no. Has to do with an and. Come on, you got it. Almost. And entrepreneurship. Good. She gets a piece of pizza. They can go out and start the pepperonis at the same time. Give a round of applause. Entrepreneurship. How many people here want to stuff? 4 people. Good. Okay. At the end of the day, you're going to be told that the more you earn, the more you learn. That's totally true. It's not always true. Because you can learn all you want, but unless you actually do something and actually create something, the learning isn't necessarily going to stay. So it's called a startup because you have to start somewhere. How many people here has the startup experience? All right. How many people, this is their first crack at it? They're a little intimidated. This is the first time. Awesome. Well, the reality is that the more you do, the more you learn. It's not necessarily the more that you learn, it's the fact that we're new. So today is about me talking, yes, but it's actually going to be more about you working together to go through the process. Ideation is the process of discovering a good idea. Does anybody have any ideas of how to come up with a good idea? Yes? Think of what you like and build off of that? It could work. What else? Yes? Boom. Look at the problems. So, what's a good hourly wage? How much do you want to get paid right now? I'm curious. How much do you want to get paid per hour? Yeah. $80 an hour, all right. Anybody else want more than $80? $2,000 an hour. Would that work for you? Okay. $2,000 an hour. Going once. Is that good for you? Is that enough? 2,500 over here. 2,500 over here. 2,500 over once. $2,500 an hour going once. Is that what you want? No. What? $5,000 an hour. $5,000 an hour going once. $7,000 over here. You get $7,000 an hour. Does that work for you? Is that enough? How much? $7,000 going once? $100,000. $100,000 an hour going once. That sounds pretty good. Is that enough? Going once? $1 million. 200. What? What? 10. 10 what? $10 million. $10 million over here to you. Let me say to that. $10 million going once? $20 million over here. $20 million an hour? $30 million an hour over here. So everybody, is it good? $30 million an hour? $40 million an hour going once. Twice. $500 million over here. $500 million an hour. $1 billion. $1 billion over here. $1 billion. $1 billion. $1 billion. $1 billion going once. $500 billion going once. Trillion dollars. Trillion on the table. 2 trillion. 2 trillion.
5 trillion.
See, it's like this is getting nervous. I see it's like, oh my gosh, what is it? $5 trillion. $5 trillion an hour. 5 what? Quadrillion. $5 quadrillion to you. She likes it. $5 quadrillion. Going once. Going twice. What was that? 500 quadrillion and 1 cent. Stone! Give a round of applause. Listen over here. 500. What is it? Exactly. Now, you may be thinking this is crazy. But the reality is it's not crazy. Hourly wage is something that we just sort of are used to or tied to. You know what most college students say? $25. $25 would be good for me. So we started off strong and we ended even stronger. I have a feeling that the future is bright. So how do you make $500 trillion and 1 cent per hour? You guys don't know? Yes. A job. Unfortunately, no. Yes. Say again? No, it's illegal, bro. Yes. Invest. I'd love to see your investment portfolio if you're making that kind of money. Yes, but no. Yes.
You make something everyone really, really, really wants.
Really, really, really no. What do you think? 500 zillion. Somebody did already say it. And I have a few special prizes.
Unique prize.
Pretty cool prizes. This is a book. How many people actually read and don't lie because your parents are here? Okay, good. So this is a book that documents the stories of innovation and entrepreneurship from John Chen, who is the founder of Sunstone Management and CEO of American Lending Center, a behemoth here globally. So this is up for grabs. Somebody already gave the answer. How do you make $500 zillion and 1 cent? Somebody said it. Already. No, you definitely can. Yes? Give this man a round of applause. solve a problem that somebody has. In fact, you solve a problem that someone is willing to pay you $500 gazillion an hour to solve. If you can solve world hunger, would that be worth it? If you can go colonize Mars, would that be worth it? If you want to make $25 an hour, you find a problem that people are willing to pay $25 an hour to solve. If you want to make $80 an hour, you find a problem that somebody wants to make $80 to solve. If you want to make $1 million an hour, you find $1 million problem to solve. It's that simple. And so many people get this wrong because they look for good ideas. They look for something that everybody wants. They look for a job. They look to invest. But the best way to come up with an idea is not to come up with an idea. It's to come up with a solution. No, not solution. Problem. Okay, one more time. To make X amount of money per hour, to come up with the best idea in the world, you don't come up with a good idea, you come up with a good no solution from the bag, problem, and all. I feel like just asleep. This is $500 gazillion on the line. The answer is problem, so you can get it. You do not come up with a good idea by coming up with a good idea. You come up with a good idea by coming up with a good problem. You didn't say that, I didn't hear it. Just say problem for me. Here's a piece of pizza. Best pizza in town. That's really what I'm here to teach you today. And this is a lesson that is hopefully going to last you for the rest of your life. Stop coming up with good ideas. Start coming up with good problems. Now, we live in this crazy digital world. How many people love their AI? How many people don't like their AI? How many people don't know what AI is?